I'm Wiers. Welcome to Whiteboard Wednesday. I serve on the team of the region of the Great Lakes in the RCA. Our vision is to develop leaders to start and strengthen churches. I have the opportunity to be involved with leaders in churches and especially be in a lot of meetings in churches, particularly board meetings, ministry team meetings. I'd like to share with you briefly a tool that I find extremely valuable in those meetings to really stay on focus on God's mission. I have to give credit to a colleague of mine, Ken Eriks, who shared this with me some years ago, and I didn't understand how valuable it would be until I started utilizing it. It's a simple tool. You just put God's mission in the center, and then around it are these three other components. It's personal preferences, rooted relationships, and treasured traditions. And as leaders, we need to understand that these things around the outside of God's mission aren't necessarily wrong or bad. They can be recognized as having some value. Where the difficulty comes in is in regards to what position they take, because position matters. And so we need to use this tool to help people understand God's mission needs to be in the center of what we're doing, including the boardroom. And so if we're sitting in the meeting and we start to notice that someone or a few people's personal preferences are starting to move the mission out of the center, then it's time to utilize this tool. Last evening I was in a church board meeting where there were some important decisions going to be made, in particular about the selection of a lead pastor. But there was also some discussion going on that really was mostly around personal preference. Some of it was also around rooted relationships. And there's certain kind of language that happens that gets very identifiable when that takes place. I was very gratified when the chairperson of that meeting, who I had been working with to help him develop to be a more effective leader, actually drew this on their whiteboard and called out those leaders in regard to would they really make the decision based on is it healthy and right for God's mission in this church, or are we just trying to deal with our preference? It really had a very positive impact on that meeting. And so I would just encourage you to take a look at this tool and consider how you could use it and implement it in your ministry, whether it's in the boardroom, whether it's with a ministry team, whether it's with the church staff, to help people understand that position really does matter, and understanding what's happening in the meeting in regards to these three other components will play a significant role in your leadership. And so I commend this to you and trust that it will have good value for you.